Welcome to the Group 9 presentation on Comcast, a business that has grown historically through both strategic and operational agility. The business is based in Philadelphia and it's a leading media, entertainment and communications group that operates globally. It's got a strong record of revenue growth and at the same time it's managed to maintain its operating profits and margins as it's expanded. Comcast started as an operator in the cable business in the 1960s, and it's made a number of transitions into related markets. Firstly into broadband in the 1990s, secondly into video on demand, and most recently television, including the acquisition of NBC Universal in 2011. The products and services that it offers are split into brands focused on consumers and on corporates. So for consumers it offers products through the Xfinity and Comcast Business Class brand, and for corporates, Comcast Interactive Media and Comcast Spotlight. The business has got a long history of strategically reinventing itself through both organic and acquisitive growth. And we're going to touch on three of the key events that affected the business. Firstly, in 1996, when the Telecom Act presented the business with opportunities. Secondly, in 2002, with video on demand. And from 2004 to 2007, when the business demonstrated operational agility in relation to a customer service problem. So the Telecoms Act of 1996 effectively introduced more competition into the cable sector by allowing cable companies and phone companies to compete for the same types of service that previously they were restricted from. So this was a great opportunity for Comcast to take its existing offering and to move into different markets. Firstly, looking at what its competitors did, AT&T made some acquisitions into the sector to boost their presence, and also some disposals. Crucially, the 2002 disposal of its broadband services, which allowed Comcast to expand rapidly into that part of the market. Similarly, CenturyLink made 6 acquisitions from 2000 to 2010, which gave it more presence within the market. However, its rate of expansion was much slower than Comcast and allowed Comcast to gain critical scale when the market was still at a fragmented stage. Finally, Verizon, which has been illustrated as a different model. Verizon used organic growth to develop their presence within the market.
Comcast, however, had a huge spree of acquisitions and had learned the ability to bring these companies within its fold and create a much larger conglomerate. It went forward with that strategy and was supremely successful. This is how they got to a point where they had almost a quarter of the market share within the video customers and more than a third of market share in both of their other segments, counting up to almost 46 million customers across the United States. The video on demand market is another one of the examples of great successes that Comcast has had. Their focus on content and their ability to keep the advertisers and the content creators happy ensured that they were able to bring new content in front of their consumers before anybody else, often almost a month before, and also that they kept increasing the amount of content that the customers clamored for outside. This not only resulted in them being able to attract a much larger variety of partners throughout the years, but also it resulted in over 20 billion views of Comcast as the time. Their success is clearly visible by the fact that their demand service is easily keeping up with Netflix and Hulu and is worth more than Blockbuster today. The biggest problems that this customer-facing company faced was when the customers started losing satisfaction in them and also started having problems with the billing and even with the clarity of payments. While a more dogmatic firm would have used this as a reason why they need to do an operational turnaround, what Comcast did was to look at this crisis as an opportunity. They changed their bill from being merely a bill to a marketing vehicle. They improved their operational efficiency, they created a much better statement format, and as a consequence of this, they improved their customer loyalty. The redesigned online statements and the online billing were incredibly successful. They helped reduce the call center volumes by 8% and improved customer satisfaction. This improvement in satisfaction did not seem to be transitory and increased as the months went on, across every single measurable metric that Comcast could design to succeed after market dislocation and regulatory change, to foresee a new trend, to face a customer crisis and turn it around to an opportunity. This is what makes Comcast an agile company, and this is what helps them blow their competition out of the water. Thank you.